and welcome to the demo of Yog-sothoth's Yard. I thought this was going to be in English. On the Steam page. Okay, so a lot of it is in simplified Chinese, but it also says it's in English. It's an RPG, like room simulation game that I was intrigued by. Because, you know, then it's Yog-sothoth. That's intriguing. That's kind of cool. So let's, you know, just go check it out. I wish I could. I'm sure the rest of the game is going to be in English by now, though. If not, I'll have to dig around in the scent. I'm ready to show you the ultimate mystery. I look on in which... Okay. I'm gonna see if I can go back and enable English. Ah, there it is. That's not my screen resolution size. Or full screen, why not? Okay, we're back. We got English. There we go. Yog-sothoth's Yard. Let's try it again. This version is a demo version and does not represent the final quality of the game. The demo version process length is estimated to vary from 1 second to 3 hours. The archive function is not supported for now, so make your choice carefully. So I'm guessing there's no save. Got bugs? Welcome to connect to me by any means. I'll be available 24 hours a day, probably. That is the pain of a game dev, and I respect them. Thanks for attention to Bone Nail Studio. Every kitty cat and bunny rabbit in the studio's cat strip of grass comes to your support. That's true. This game is supported by the work of 3 people and 1 cat and maybe a bunny. They say so on their Steam page. That is incredible. I am ready to show you the ultimate mystery. To look on which is to blast a feeble spirit. Yet before you gaze full at the last and first of secrets, you may still wield a free choice, and return, if you will, through the gates of the Silver Key. In the deep and quiet forest, everything is annihilated in darkness. Only a faint light of the wasteland, like fireflies, flickering bright. But the fireflies suddenly brightens up. Yet it's actually not the fireflies on the ground, but the lights in the building. The darkness, which should be empty, suddenly resounds with intricate noises as the tide emerges layer after layer in the void, gradually forming a reality. The sound of people bustling around, of mingling, of metal, glass, and crystal colliding with each other to form notes intertwined into a piece, pleasant to the ear. From the gorgeous red velvet decorated stage, the center of this feast out of thin air, a beam of white light appears. The beam of white light contains infinite space inside, as if by countless lenses stitched together. In the mutual reflections of mirrors and mirrors, a figure quietly emerges. Time breeds everything and burns everything. Today is the winter solstice, and the day of our carnival begins. The moderator. We are gathered here today for the legacy of the great professor. Cheerful laughter rises and falls, echoing in the wide hall. It's hard to imagine that in such a wilderness, there is a magnificent building as luxurious as Versailles, and as wide as the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg. This rectangular hall is dozens of meters high, and quite difficult to see the whole place at a glance. Golden carved wall decorations, shining crystal lamps, and shuttling fancy-dressed noble people everywhere. Luxury and dissipation. However, each guest wears an animal mask, and a subtle tension flows between the mingling. The costumed guests under the cover of animal masks also reveal a strong sense of inhuman. Our great professor left us the night of cold winter, leaving behind countless mysteries and various transcendental items that he had collected during his life. As you may have heard, Professor left a will, leaving the building and all its contents to his adopted son. However, on the appointed day, the adopted son still did not appear. Therefore, on behalf of the committee, I would like to dispose of these inheritances properly. From now on, they will be auctioned off one by one. Wait a minute. The man who interrupted the host was wearing a magnificent silk suit and a fox mask on his head. Let's call him Mr. Fox for now. I had to turn it down, I'm so sorry, it was kind of loud. Although his face was covered by the fox mask, the glittering purple eyes were very prominent. The crowd in the room seems to have guessed his identity. A mingling of voices, people closer to him silently moving a few steps away. There does not seem to be much willing to go near this man. I'm sure the professor's heir has got his will and is on his way. Don't you wait. Mr. Fox doesn't seem to be on the same page as the guests waiting to attend the auction. The people gathered around him begin to mingle and whisper. And among them, a female guest with a pretty figure who's wearing a broken red heart mask on her head lets out a mocking laugh. The flies are already rubbing their hands frantically in the face of carrion. Why stop this feast of dividing carrion? Is the Miss Redheart talking out of her head? She's cursed herself in too. The committee's view is that if he turns up in time, that may be a providence. But if he fails to appear, that is also a providence. Has there been agreement within the committee on the handling of the inheritance? You could say that, Your Excellency. I will reserve my opinion for the moment. Of course. We'll still give the rest to that heir, if he can get here in time. Meaning, if he can get here in time. After all, if he succeeds in this yard, we will depend on him for our future carnivals. Isn't that right, sir? The man wearing the fox mask smiles and raises a glass in his hand in approval. The scarlet liquid looks as smooth as silk. As the only person to speak for the heir, who was not present, he seems to not care that much. He seems to not care that much about the heir. Allow me, then, to present to you the great professor's precious collection. Lot 1. A meteorite with a strange shape. Lot 2. A bottle of aromatic red liquid, with a solid mass floating in the center. Lot 3. Something sealed in a box made of unknown metal. Lot 4. An incubator covered in reinforced crystal, still functioning, containing near life forms. Oh, that's going to be the most expensive one. Brief information about the 4 lots emerged behind the moderator in the form of psychic projections. People were amazed and wanted to have a closer look, but the projections dissipated one by one. Lady Rabbit made a disgruntled muttering sound. She is a voluptuous lady, bejeweled with a multitude of jewels. Those jewels have a biologically active shape and also seem to possess biological instincts, emitting high or low wailing sounds as she moves around. The meteorite. So, let's start with Lot 1. As you may know, the great professor was an academic authority in astrogeology before he became a shareholder of Hoba Inc. This meteorite is one of the collections during his research period. Although it looks ordinary, if you use spiritual vision, I mean, you all have this talent, right? Inside the glorious hall, guests who are interested in the auction are gathered under the stage, while those who do not want to participate are in the outside circle. However, at the mention of spiritual vision, almost everyone, near or far, let out a heartfelt laugh. By using spiritual vision, you will see that this meteorite has a wonderfully active nature. Wow, indeed. I see red eyes that hold mysterious and profound power. Starting bid, 300 ounces of high-purity souls, or the equivalent in transcendental items. Of course, noble as me will participate in the auction of this first item. I offer a transcendental item exchange. The plump Lady Rabbit seems very positive about the auction. The item she casually presents is a piece of soft, light-colored leather, slightly human-shaped and shining as if sprinkling with diamond powder. Looks like it is indeed worth a lot of value. This perfect leather, like the other accessories on Lady Rabbit's body, is making a slight lament. Shivering snow-white skin, immaculate, once belonged to a human with psychic powers, a very valuable alchemical material. I think it equal to 400 ounces of high-purity souls. I'll offer 401. Mr. Fox, who is standing aside, casually estimates the price, and then joins the offer. Is the stone valuable? A box of Yog-sothoth's body fluid. I don't know how much it's worth. The equivalent of 570 to 600 ounces of high-purity souls, if it's not a complete creature. I'll offer 601. I didn't expect the first auction so intense. Heck, I don't think this stone is worth more than that. I want to set the meteorite in my new jewelry. But after thinking about it, I prefer living, breathing organisms to stones with active nature. The black figure appears behind Lady Rabbit. The lady in the feathered cloak and Plague Doctor's mask nods wordlessly, seemingly acknowledging Lady Rabbit's words. I love these character designs. Though they're all aristocratic, I like them. I especially like this crow raven here. That's cool. 601 for the first time. 601 for the second time. 601 for the third time. Sold. Congratulations, Mr. Fox. This meteorite is yours. Please deliver 601 ounces to the high purity soul to the committee. Very well. Also, if you have any other leads on revitalized meteorites, feel free to look me up. You're a bad boy. I really want those crazy twinkling eyes to adorn my new necklace. Please, please don't be disappointed, beautiful lady. Look at the other items in the auction. This is the place where I fell into the water. Well, I seem to have just concluded some unbelievable contract. Right now, this form. Oh, inheritance. I'm going to inherit. The long-lost nominal adoptive father, a well-known professor, died recently, leaving me a villa in the middle of nowhere and a bunch of stuff inside the villa. But for some reason, I am now... well, I am a cat. That's what I gotta do. Hurry up. To pay off my student loans, run for it. Oh, dang. On the carnival, the heat of the auction continues to be on the rise. With the delivery of Lot 1, guests gathering on the stage turned their attention to Lot 2. Next up is Lot 2, a dark young's embryo sealed in a bottle. The red liquid sinks around a fleshy mass, but it's not possible to see the exact shape. Although, through the glass bottle wall, those of the audience who turned on their spiritual vision felt a very tangible chill rising from the bottom of their feet. Some of the audiences even heard a tumultuous mix of shrills and howls. Embryo, could that be hatched? I am sorry, madam, but this is an unformed embryo. Its mother was unable to withstand the unnamed great power, so the embryo was detached and died after only 2 months of existence. Oh, good. Great. Even dead, I can feel its huge power, and it's a scary beast. So interesting. Feels like it could be turned into a powerful weapon. Starting bid, 400 ounces of high-purity souls, or the equivalent in transcendental items. Hearing the starting price well below the psychological level, some animal masked audiences in attendance began to hold their breath, ready to commit to the round of bidding. However, on the edge of a mountain forest... Oh yeah, back to me. Yep, that me, cat. Student loans! Gotta run for it. Must hurry to the place. I don't know, over there, what's going on now? As the embryo of a dark young, even if it has lost its activity, it still possesses a high research value. The guests begin to take turns to offer, and the price goes up from the 400 all the way to 600 ounces. So fierce. I want the dark young embryo. Can you guys let me have it? High purity souls. I don't have any at the moment. I can offer a transcendental item from the elven realm that the committee might be more interested in. Maybe you guys would like this one. The genus elf, skull of a mermaid, can summon storms. That kind of can literally descend into the real world. What a pity. It shall shatter after use. I'm afraid I cannot reasonably assess the value. It equals to... well... She turned for help to Mr. Fox, as if this man's estimate possessed great credibility. Create a real storm in the real world, if used properly. The skull is worth the equivalent of 600 to 800 ounces of high purity souls. Beautiful lady, can you give me this mermaid skull in exchange? But I want that thing in the bottle. He turns to the moderator. Mr. Moderator, it's not a violation for me to auction off that bottle of Dark Young's embryo for 800 ounces to the high purity souls to pass on to this lady, right? Show the oracle. What? What? Okay. I see we're at the gameplay choices now. To overrun the ocean's partially, you can glimpse a partial reality. Through this, certain conditions, things change. Mr. Fox smiles and visualizes the oracle he possesses. He chose? He redefines the auction round. The other bidders instantly disqualified. Lady Crow lets out a deep sigh. Those are oracles gain magical powers that surpass everything, eventually losing their minds. Extremely dangerous. The oracle is in effect. Only you are participating in this auction this round. Well, congratulations to Mr. Fox for winning Lot 2, Embryo of Dark Young. Damn it, what kind of trick did that fox use? Already has 2 lots to himself. Quiet. Lady Crow turns her head slightly sideways, her deep black beak deflecting the Lady Rabbit's side. To the chattering Lady Rabbit, the side of the plague mask of the Lady Crow looks extra cold and deep. As if Lady Rabbit is very familiar with her, so well that she is oblivious to the deep dark chill emanating from Lady Crow, still chattering and whining. Withholding the lots just because of a good relationship with the committee? Disgusting. I hate him. Mr. Fox. Summoned the oracle with such ease, as if he didn't care about the negative effects at all. You seem to know quite a lot about oracles, lady. It's said that if you use it too much, your sanity will be reduced to an unbearable state, and you'll be reversed and alienated. He still looks normal. Looks normal. The other side of the forest, the huge ancient mountains seemed like giants, dormant in the deep darkness. Everything was silent, with a small furry figure running along the dark mountain path, running. So tired, fighting. The student loans. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now presenting Auction Lot 3. The sound of a heavy, slow heartbeat gradually resonates in the ears of everyone present. They look at each other in astonishment. Then look around and finally realizing the heartbeat is coming from Lot 3 on display. The guests whispered in subdued voices, their voices intertwining as they discussed the substance in Lot 3. Is it alive? I thought the committee was pretty huge. It's alive. I heard that Mr. Red-Eye asked. Lady Rabbit, who's just suffered a blow and is hanging her head again, enters a state of exuberance. Oh, I can't see anything. Why don't I open it up and show us? You can see what's inside through your spiritual vision. A slow, beating, huge heart. What if it's not? I don't want to buy into some scamming bullcrap. The committee is not trying to be mystifying. I cannot open this box, since so many people are here. But I would like to explain to you the origin of this heart. According to the great professor's working notes, the heart was acquired from an underground auction house in Iceland at a high price. He intended to use this to study the relevance of special meteorites and alien tales, but, as if staying out of the way, Mr. Fox adds with a smile and a small voice. But the researcher who touched the box was turned into a monster. Mr. Fox, you know a lot. In short, it is a very dangerous object, so the member of the committee assisted the professor by sealing the heart in this box made of a mixture of profane and sacred metals. The one who assisted in the sealing became alienated by close contact with the heart. The face hidden by that mask revealed a subtle smile. Incidentally, the auction for that alienated one will be held at the next carnival, if there is a next one. Hearing this, Ms. Redheart suddenly comes to life and lifts her head slightly towards the moderator. Under the light, her skin beyond the mask shows a flawless milky white color. Oh, alienated one. I'm interested in that. Alien. There should be no more living alien beasts in this world. What is an alien? Alien beast? Even if you don't know that with such common sense, is it okay to speak in public? It feels like a childish thing under the bunny mask, but rabbits have limited brain capacity. They're ancient beasts that no longer exist, serving the ancient gods and walking on the desolate earth. On the other hand, how can this heart's authenticity be verified? Unable to verify. Is this meant to be gambling? The heart is worth a lot in the hands of those who know about the aliens. But when it comes to the average customer, I'm afraid it is treated as an ingredient. The crowd laughs. The starting bid, then, is 2,000 ounces of high-purity souls, the equivalent in transcendental items. 2001. It's him again! Does he have pockets for summoning treasure, or tools for harvesting souls? Negro turned silently to Lady Rabbit. The iron-black mask hid the expression. The long beak opened slightly and let out a gah. She seemed to want to say something, but Miss Bunny did not notice at all. Oh. I offer 1 soul. Young lady, I'm afraid your 1 soul does not mask the several thousand ounces, right? There were some jeers in the crowd of onlookers. However, some people sensed something and began to look at Miss Cattiers with amused eyes. Surrounded by people wearing gorgeous dresses, this young girl with a cat ear mask was just wearing a plain, ordinary uniform, looking like a human student who had mistakenly entered the place. Perhaps someone has already recognized her identity in whispering. This is a very, very rare soul and worth a try. Please wait while I ask for instructions. Yeah. Sold. What is it, Lady Crow? You seem to be interested in the souls themselves than the auction items? There are as many souls as I want. Seeing the scythe you have with you, I guess your identity approximately. Yes, is an equivalent exchange item. Souls are asked for as much as you want. But not all souls are the same value. Miss, about your offer. First of all, please explain the properties of the soul you wish to exchange. Ask for one-to-one communication. Okay. As the crowd watched, the moderator young girl with cat ears mask disappeared. A playful smile appeared as Mr. Fox gazed in the direction they had disappeared. It is a huge white space. It does not appear that there is a standable floor. Even its own presence seems extremely weak here. Wow, the magic of space. Thank you. The cat ears on the cat ears mask. The young girl's vibrant face with a lively smile appeared in front of the moderator. Miss Counselor of the Eastern Elven Authority, whose soul do you want to sell? The soul of Elven King, about to mature in 6 months. That's... As I know, the current Elven King is your father. Right. His soul is about to mature in 6 months. It will. Just like fruit falling from the tree. Deal. However, if you break the contract, I will not make an enemy of you. You're a smart girl. The two who disappeared out of thin air reappeared. In the eyes of other people waiting to bid, Cat Ears girl's smile of complacency looked very harsh. In order to satisfy all participants, show the oracle. Moderator on the stage reaches out and summons the oracle. A wordless tremor runs through everyone's body. Although the extent is small, however, the crowd feels a cold dizziness in a greater or lesser extent. What are these cards? The reality of dimension has been distorted. Through this, the basic rules of things has changed. The winner of Lot 3 is this young lady.
Are you kidding me? We haven't even officially auctioned it yet. You change the auction conditions at will.
She offered a price that we could not refuse. Interesting. Lady Rabbit shakes with anger. The plump body looks as if it's even bigger. Lady Crow silently turns her head sideways, as if she wants to get away from her. Let's take a short break. Additional setup is required in order to display Lot 4. Ladies and gentlemen, tea breaks have been prepared on the other side of the hall, offering you a variety of teas, including golden tea from the Darjeeling region, black tea from southern China, fountain spring of youth from the deep South Sea, and a variety of snacks, so please feel free to take as many as you like. Whether it was the guests actively participating in the auction, or the guests of the outside circle, they all walked towards the tea break area. Occasionally, some people turn their heads to look at the stage, wanting to see the real appearance of Lot 4 in advance. However, nothing could be seen on the stage, temporarily separated by space magic. The lot that needs extra setup should be huge, right? Someone speculates so. Whatever the competition for Lot 4 will be fierce. With such a consensus of guests, some of whom have already begun to silently calculate the total amount of souls they can offer. Surrounded by excellent tea and sweet pastry cookies, an undercurrent of mutual competition begins to surge. And on this side of the forest, that little furry figure is still running. And is leg cramping. For student aid, for student loans, they are giving their all.
Mr. Fox?
Hello, beautiful lady.
You can't even see my face. Why do you call me beautiful? Sweet words are like candies in your pocket, ready to be taken out to pass the children.
These candies have a special taste for some people.
I didn't know you were interested in this villa. If you like the collection, you could have taken it for yourself, Mr. K.
Spotted.
Your purple eyes are so outstanding.
Who is the sweet talker now?
Those guys who won the auction are whispering together. Nothing to bring home. What to decorate my new jewelry with? Bright red with sticky and all. What are you two ladies talking about? I'm talking about how we have nothing to take home. You two? I'm more interested in the building itself than the auction. This building, it's nothing more than a shabby, old, distant villa if the professor hadn't lived in it. By the way, what does "as many souls as I want" mean? It's not a good habit to eavesdrop on other people's conversations.
The sudden sound of the chiming clock interrupts the conversation. The new auction is about to begin. The crowd returns to the auction table. There's the huge object added to the stage. Huge object looks like a coffin made of crystal. It is a bit unlucky. However, the shape does tend to make people think so. The wires coming from the top and wrapping around the surface of the crystal glass look like tentacles wrapping it tightly, so it's hard to see the contents. Welcome back, everyone. Presented to you now is the final and most precious lot, Lot 4. Surprised voices ring out from all around. The closer you look, the more disturbing it is, judging by the undulations of those threadbare objects. The mechanism that keep them functioning are still in operation. That low rumble sound of the energy supply sounded disturbingly like breathing.
What is that? What's inside?
The last years of the professor's life were spent conducting transcendent research, and that research gave birth to such a stunning project. A product.
What is it? What's inside?
Noisy,
Quiet.
Miss Redheart suddenly turns around, lowers her voice, and yells to Lady Rabbit. The voice is not very loud, but those around feel a huge, intense pressure from the sky. Those who are near her instantly feel a sense of suffocation. Along with the sense of suffocation, there's also a horrible feeling of chilling and shivering. Lady Rabbit couldn't help tremble and lean behind Lady Crow. And Lady Crow turns her head sideways, her beak flickering up and down at Miss Redheart, as if she is remeasuring and assessing the woman behind the mask. Miss Redheart, however, already turns her head to look at the stage, where the moderator is slowly walking over to the huge incubator for the commentary. The professor's final research was... With the moderator's words, a rustling sound came from the top of the high ceiling. A black object suddenly drops from the speed of freefall. With a light sound, the black, small, seemingly soft object falls directly onto the center of the stage of the huge container. I made it! It me! I can't find the door of this building, so I had to climb up the roof. The roof looks old and dilapidated. The branches and dust everywhere. My feet slipped and I slid to the skylight that was open. What's this huge box? Surrounded by so many people, I feel like many of them are not human. Humanoid creature with a white glow in the center of the stage did not seem to notice me. I wonder, this is a palm-sized cat right now. All these people just staring at the stage with rapt attention. I couldn't help but look down as well. Underneath the huge blue crystal glass, inside the container, there are numerous wires that seem like tentacles twisting around each other. My engineering knowledge, I can naturally recognize some of them are high-speed rate data transmission lines, but some of them have a biological appearance. We're undulating slightly as if they were living biological limbs. And beneath this tangled wire, I see her. The professor's last research was none other than the forbidden art of all fields, human refining. Whoa. Whoa? This is the professor's last and strongest creation, a fighting humanoid that obeys all her master's commands, super intelligence, super fighting ability, immortality. Immortal humanoid? Oh, I want that. Huh. So exciting to see. Wow, Professor's research is so powerful. What an old geek of research. Not interesting. Oh, there was some kind of alien beast hatchling. Human form is not as cute as a dragon cub. What's wrong with these people? The various sounds that suddenly ring out make me dizzy. Maybe it's because now that my body is a cat, I feel like I don't have enough brain capacity. The girl so close to me, her eyes closed, and the dark shadow cast over her eyelashes shows a quiet face with a delicate fragility. What research are they talking about? What professor? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm here to take over the professor's inheritance. Who is she? Why is she lying here? What are these people? You all look very interested. So, let's start the auction here. The starting bid for the young girl is over 5,000 ounces of souls and 10 scales of transcendental creatures. They're auctioning off the state without me? I gotta stop this in a hurry. I need to get back to human form immediately. What time does the contract say? Return to human form at sunrise? That should be soon. Find a place to transform. I hurriedly slid away from the huge container, trying to get away from the people and find a room. At least there should be a washroom or something over there. Suddenly I feel a fiery sight behind me. I twist my cat head to see a woman with a body facing my way. She's wearing a red heart mask and covers most of her face. I'm not sure if she sees me. Oh, my cute kitty! Oh, she saw me. What is this horrible woman up to? With the posture of a cat, I successfully separated from the crowd that was attracted by the girl and the woman who could not catch up with me because of the crowd. It's a lavatory. Don't transform. It's dark in front of my eyes. I don't know how to do the thing. Sure enough, with his own right hand. No longer a furry shamrock-shaped cat claw. The palm of my hand is full of scrapes. Seems when I ran all night as a cat, the paws suffer injuries that only react to human body. What if the alternate life of human and cat could end quickly? I was back at last. Cat King didn't punk me, really was back even before my sunrise. Instead of kind of punking me, there's one less thorough one. And we're supposed to go inherit the legacy. We're sleeping is an auction item? Gotta hurry up and save her. There's a clamor around the stage. The number of participants are quite a lot more than the previous 3 auctions. It's clear the bidding against lot 4 has entered a white-hot stage. 1,115,000, no, 6,000. 1,116,001 ounces. A sight through the ability to harvest souls, and a blade made of dragon crystal, and a handle made of alien vertebrae. I think that's worth. The Lady Crow enters the bidding for the first time. The plague mask on her face locks it firmly, and no one can see her face behind it. The scythe in her hand appears to have a mottled blade as a gleaming hilt that follows the shape of the blade. Its material is not an ordinary item, and one look of it gives a horrible feeling as if it is absorbed into it. Admirable lady, your scythe cannot be valued. No one present dares to possess this weapon either. I think its soulless body is suitable for a bit longer. Please give it to me. I am truly sorry. Perhaps you can offer an equivalent amount of souls? This kind of thing should be as much as you want for you, right? I'm preparing enough volume for this carnival. You accept a delayed payment? I'm really sorry, ma'am. There are other people bidding now, and it's impossible to hold for you. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any higher bidders? 1,116,001 ounces for the first time? 1,116,001 ounces for the second time? How much money out of my pocket? Not much money at all. Well, there's no one in the pockets, also the banks. No one in any PayPal. I have no money. I don't care. I'm casually grabbing a pocket change and here's the sweep. Yell out, $30.16. $13.16 the first time. Wait, who was messing with the offer? Sorry, I'm here. I hurriedly searched my pockets to find the agreement I received earlier for the inheritance. Where did this human emerge from? Oh, interesting. Wow, humans. How annoying. The eyes are so pretty. Perfect for new earrings. I'll pay 15 ounces for his eyes. Please wait, Lady Rabbit, and grant your wish later. Summon the void guards to guard the unknown gate to take away this mortal. Do not dirty the ground. Air slowly becomes very cold as if snowflakes are condensing around. Huge shadows emerge from the ground and twist the form of human-like appearances. Reach out to grab me. But the moment the ghastly hands of emptiness touch me, the transparent stone hanging around my neck suddenly emits a shimmering light. The shadow guards withdrew their hands and hung their heads in a submissive gesture. Well, pretend to see nothing. Or rather, since a long time ago, I have learned to pretend not to see anything unusual. Finally, I'm here to inherit. I find out the succession agreement down by the Hulba company from my pocket. Luckily, the agreement was not damaged when I fell into the river. I'm Yun Shenzong. I'm here to inherit the inheritance. I delayed for some trouble. Luckily, I got here in time. Your inheritance should have expired already, right? Executor of the will is in U.S. time. Now, there's 17 minutes left before the deadline. Oh, what an unexpected development. Just kill him! Lady Rabbit shouts excitedly, but nobody responds. She turns her head to look at Lady Crow. Lady Crow doesn't respond to this way as she expects. So interesting. This carnival is finally starting to be less boring. I look over to Mr. Fox. If I'm not wrong, it's him. Director K of Hulba. If you're here, please show yourself at once. Alas, so be it. Mr. Fox sighs and took off his mask. The perfect hairstyle, perfectly combed backwards. The delicate single-rimmed glasses set on one side of his eyes, combined with an expensive silk suit. It looks expensive. Ignore the glittering purple eyes. He looks like the human elite. Hi. What can I do for you? Go receive the inheritance as promised. Hey, the one next to Professor? Just kill him here! If you want to kill somebody, do it yourself. I want to die, please. Be quiet. There's crazy people. One from Haba. What did you say? Since you have come as promised, we will, of course, execute the transfer of the estate. Moderator, please confirm. What a pity. Can you pretend that you didn't see it? Please consider the carnival that will follow. Are you saying the adopted professor's son will continue to open the carnival? How about asking him personally? Okay, the man I met once in the professor's company turns to me and smiles. The purple eyes, which flashed as if they had magic powers, seem to be hinting at something to me. I remember he's the administrator of the professor's inheritance. What is he hinting? But I shouldn't make an empty promise. I can't promise things. I don't promise things I can't understand. Please don't worry, young master. You'll be able to do it. Interesting. Then, gentlemen, please settle down for a moment. I will discuss it with the committee. Moderator disappears, leaving all the customers. Don't worry. Kay seems to see my uneasiness, comforting me with a smile. This man gives me a rather strange feeling. Obviously a well-dressed elite. But when I look at him, I feel myself in the jungle. As if in the middle of a group of predators. Watched by fierce beasts. What is the carnival that you just said? Oh, when the professor was alive, he would hold regular parties here at the auction of transcendental items. The man who inherits this villa will also inherit this tradition. Transcendental items? Things blessed and cursed by gods. Ancient alien beasts' body parts. And other existences that possess transcendent qualities. These are transcendental items. It seems a bit far from me. By the way, the contract says I can't sell the village or the villa or anything in it. Indeed. It's part of the will. How's that going to pay back the student loan? Congratulations. 3 of the professor's valuable bequests have just been auctioned off. But because you arrived just in time, the last lot was reserved for you. Sly guy. Obviously split 3 lots while the kid was away. He talks if he was lucky. Girl with a cat ear mask not far away whispers. I could clearly hear it. However, what I care more about than the first 3 lots is the last. The last lot? That's obviously a girl, right? What do you call transcendental items? Also include humans? Including everything, young master. What if I no longer hold a carnival? Well, everything related to the professor will visit this place, and perhaps they will help you undertake such a mission. Those who are gazed upon will become what the gazers expect them to be. It's really interesting. The moderator reappeared on the stage. Unfortunately, guests, the committee has ruled the later part of the auction is cancelled. All kinds of discontented voices start ringing out of all directions. However, no one's voice is as loud as Lady Rabbit's. Perhaps because of her stout figure, she gives the impression that the ground is shaking when she makes shouting noises. Oh no, how could the committee? I've traveled all the way from Europe to get here. How dare you let me go back empty-handed? Unfortunately, this is the end of this year's carnival. I didn't get anything. I got nothing. Miss Redheart feels a dark killing intent before anyone else. The dark killing intent deep from hell. Eddie Crow's figure quickly approaches Lady Rabbit. The moment the two clash into each other, the handle that she's presented before, the black dragon crystal crafted scythe suddenly reappear from the void. Oh. The blood-red blade lights, splitting space instantly. The moment seems incomparably long. The eyes of people with spiritual vision, they see that belongs to Lady Rabbit's skin, swollen, huge, cut by the scythe, instantly deformed. Flesh and blood burst outward like a huge, magnificent flower in the center of the hall. Lady Rabbit had disappeared. Not a trace of the bountiful flesh remained. The mentioned jewels were scattered all about the place. Delicious. Farewell, Miss Alaric.
You're very fast.
Thanks for the compliment. Oh, beautiful lady. You wanted to make a move just now, didn't you?
I put up with her for a long time. She's so noisy. Wow. What a delicate relationship it is. In a sense, it's a good way to break a contract.
Hearing this comment, Lady Crow's deep black beak suddenly turns to the cat-eared girl who speaks. The young girl immediately spreads her hands as if to indicate she was just making a casual remark. A contract? What kind of contract requires killing the other person to break? I'm sorry for the bad experience you all had. The committee has agreed on compensation. Additional lots for the next carnival. The additional lots include the previously alienated staff, the group from all the remnants of the deep sea genus elves, and the complete alien beast skeleton. Oh, I have no objection. However, the young master has just inherited this place and may not quite understand the rules of the carnival, so I suggest the next auction be led by Hobach. Okay. Then this is the end of the day. As the crowd gradually left, the originally gorgeous and lively hall became empty and cold. Also, don't forget the corpse. Interesting. From now on, will this building be owned by him? Exactly. I've seen this woman. I'm really looking forward to it. The day we meet again. I'm looking forward to it too. People are leaving, and some people I don't know come over to greet me warmly and talk to me about the professor. It's a bit awkward. I'm not really familiar with the professor. I left his side many years ago and spent a long time boarding at various schools. I feel like these guests of the carnival are more familiar with the professor than me. All the things they mention about the professor in their words sound full of oddities and unheard of. And they themselves, underneath these strange masks, there are twisted faces with blisters and tentacles, and there's smooth, perfect faces that look full of inorganic beauty. No matter which one, it's certainly not just a plain human being. At that moment, the distinctive, cute cat-eared girl suddenly jumps up and approaches me and sniffs me around. Wait, sniff? What? Why? You have familiar scent on you. Really? That's weird. I don't remember seeing you. Isn't it seeing a big cat? A cat as big as a mountain? I thought back to the big cat that suddenly appeared and established a contract with me. Well, barely counts as a lifesaver. Oh, seems you have seen it. Good fortune! I'll see you next time. A room full of riddlers. What about the receiving procedure? Please sign here. Okay. The illusion is broken and authority is handed over. As if the colorful bubble shattered and disappeared, the golden glow dissipated and the reality emerged from the darkness. This is an empty hall. Once gorgeous walls only have gray relief. The ground is full of dead leaves. In the center of the hall is a dead tree. The wind blows in from the door, bringing a whimpering sound. Gorgeous looks are an illusion? Isn't it just? What are you going to do with this place? Again, not for sale. Well, I'm really short on money now. A few years ago, because my specialist in meteorites, I became a free meteorite hunter, tracked meteorites everywhere. The money saved in school is basically all spent. This year, it seems that the employment environment is very bad, and students like me can't find decent jobs at all. I want to convert the building to a hotel and earn some money first. A hotel? In this place? What's the problem? Be careful in choosing your customers. Well, I'll take my leave. And please contact Hoba if you have any follow-up questions. Bye. Oh yeah, the girl. I rushed back to what was originally the stage. Although the stage is gone, the huge container is still there. All the changes of the outside world do not affect the sleeping girl. She remains motionless. Tentacles are breathing like together and undulating instead of her. An operational panel? Oh. Let's see if I can wake her up. I try to click the button. With a continuous metal clash-like sound, the tentacles that previously twisted, surprisingly, contract and curl up in an orderly manner, stacking up to the bottom of the container. The young girl, in a near suspended state, stands upright in the container. She has some structural parts in her major joints, and her flawless-looking skin carries some inorganic shimmer. Is this artificial skin? Looking directly at the body, it can only feel some blush. No. Gazing at inanimate objects will make me blush. It makes my heart beat faster the moment she opens her eyes in front of me. Let's give me an order, Master. I'll achieve everything for you. The cornflower blue, the same color as the clearest sky. His eyes are gazing at me with full attention. Give me the order, Master. I'll achieve everything for you. No one's ever gazed at me with such full attention. She's waiting for my command? Hello for the first time. I should find her some clothes. You leave the container? Do you mean this incubator? Got it. Just wanted to know what the gameplay is like. So it had that amazing build-up, but it basically is just like a little hotel for without giving too much away. It really is just like yeah, where we're just running we turned this mansion into a hotel for the eldritch. That's all it is. So with that, I'm not... They said 3 hours. I think I'm fine. And there's no save. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. No. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it there. Anything more interesting happens? We'll see. Take care.